So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. On play action, Lance. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. It's a big play there for Miami.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Good. Makes the score Dolphins 7, Eagles 0. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. An option handoff here to Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You look at this Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. This is something that we saw quite a bit at Oklahoma, and we'll be seeing it more and more on the NFL level as well. Marquise Brown going Hollywood.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff as they run the counter play. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Joey Bosa. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
These two teams all tied after one.
Score tied 7-7.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And there's a run to be happy with. good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. Lance sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Dolphins. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Hurts on the option right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And I do believe that sometimes as a defender, when you see read option, you're just making an educated guess because the offense feels like no matter what move you make, it turns out right for them. Sometimes it can burn you making that guess, but I think here, he said, I'm pursuing the quarterback no matter what he does, and this time, he picked the right option.
And the final number here in terms of top speed, I mean, that almost looks like a misprint. He was just absolutely flying. Unbelievable.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hurts throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the Dolphins' 3-yard line.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
These 2 teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some stats get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun again to Mixon. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Rolling to his right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Hurts.
Quick slant, caught by Moore.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground field goal range. range punt, go for it, but as you said, they picked it up. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
and the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 59 yards.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Oh, always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On second down now, Mixon, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Dillon. Dillon a first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Mixon with a first down carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 35. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Mixon will try the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Let's look to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Dolphins 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
2nd and 10.
He's back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs.